Let's do it.
Roast.
Hey everybody, how we doing? It's Live the Nine. Let's get the show started.
It's time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Change things up a little bit, you know what I mean?
Custom beats.
Natalie's a little country. Ethan, a little rock and roll. I'm a little hip hop. So there we go, man.
I like it.
Yeah. For those who didn't know, I made this, son.
Straight out the lab.
Hey everybody, how we doing? I am Corey. We have Natalie. We have Ethan. Welcome back to Living the Nine. We have a very special guest. He's actually a friend of ours, man. We've known him for quite a while. He goes by the name of Jake Pierce. Hey, Jake, say what's up,
Hey everyone, how are you doing?
You all right? You good? You ready to do this? All right. So
Yeah.
we have some questions and we'll talk to Jake here in a minute. But before that, Natalie, tell me what's going on.
All right, we are week 3 of programming, week 4 for girls golf. This is our totally free, open to the universe programming that we invite you all to tune in. Classes are live every single day, but if you miss them, they're totally recorded. They're on our YouTube page, they're on our website. Everything can be watched at a later date. If you want to go miss something, if you want to go back and go over a lesson that you might have maybe not heard, or you want to try something again, it's all recorded there. We do have our programs separated by certification level, but if maybe you're in the player level, but you're interested to see what happens in the par, you're welcome to tune in if you want to kind of get an idea of what's to come. If you have any questions, our emails are on the site. You're always welcome to reach out to us, send us a message on social media if you have any issues. But other than that, we are just full, I don't even know what word I'm looking for is. We are going forward, continuing everything that we are doing, and we're not slowing down. We're here for you, and we're going to bring you that programming no matter what is going on in the world.
There we go. I love it. We love doing this. I love being a part, and we love the fact that we can be seen and see you. So by all means, this is the show to where you can participate in all the questions and conversations. If you have questions, type them in, and Nat will get them read. So we can answer them live, or Jake can answer them live. Jake, again, we have some questions for you, man. We want to talk to you a little bit about your experiences. You've been with the First Tee for a long time. We want to hear about that. E?
How we doing, Jake?
Great.
Thanks for joining us, buddy. A couple questions for you, man. As a high schooler, let's start with this. How are you adjusting to virtual learning environment?
Well, most of our classes are on Zoom or Google Meet, and then we have a bunch of textbooks that we'll use, and then just other programs that our teachers will have us do. So I'm adjusting to it kind of good, but it's pretty easy for me.
Good. So how have you been able to practice while we're on quarantine here? I know you're big into practicing. You're one of the hardest workers when it comes to golf game that I know. So tell folks how you're able to practice.
So in my garage, I have a net, a hitting net that I'll hit into, and then a putting green that I'll practice putting. But other than that, I'll just go to the range every day or the course anytime I can.
Okay. So you're still able to take advantage of places that are open. I like that.
Yeah.
So like I mentioned earlier, you are in high school. So what's some advice you'd have for incoming freshmen that want to play golf, and maybe not even just golf, just becoming a high school in general?
Just make sure you live the freshman year like you want to. And if you're playing golf, make sure you get the practice you need. Make sure you get in contact with the coach so that you have a good relationship with him or her. And then, yeah, just live freshman year like you want to. So,
I like that, man. I like that. So what would you say is the biggest misconception about high school golf?
ooh, I don't know. I think most people think every tournament is like 18 holes, but
Mhm.
it's not. So usually on the weekdays, it's only 9. And then our invitationals are 18 holes. So it's not all just 18.
Gotcha.
You know what I think the biggest misconception about golfers in general, high school or whatever, is that they're not athletes. You know, that's the biggest misconception. You know, that they say that you're because you grab a ball and a stick that you can't be out there dunking on people. Uh, I love golf. I love to play golf. I'm getting better, but I'll still do you up in basketball. So don't try, don't try me, don't try me.
Uh, I'd say for me, the biggest misconception from remembering back long, long time ago in my high school golf days was that golf isn't a team sport. It actually really became a nice
Yeah.
way to build rapport and make friends. And you felt truly like a team, especially when the season was over. So even though golf mainly is an individual sport, it still very well can become a team sport.
Yeah.
All right, Jay, a couple more here. I know you do play individual tournaments. So tell us about your experience with that and how has that maybe helped you become a better golfer?
I think one of the biggest things that helped me to become a better golfer is from learning from these better kids, or learning from the kids that are more better than me, more experienced. And when I'm playing with them, I talk to them and get their experience, and maybe they'll give me tips or something. So, and then also I've met golfers that I keep in contact with for years. So,
Oh yeah, yeah.
Awesome, man. So has the competition, maybe the more and more tournaments you play and you're dealing with that competition, has it kind of eased the nerves a little bit?
yeah, definitely. Especially if you're playing on a local level, and then you play like 10 tournaments on the local level, and then you go to like a AJGA type tournament. I think you're more relaxed.
That's awesome, man. Experience
Yeah.
builds confidence. I like that. I like that. All right. So you've been first team participant with us for quite a few years now. Remember you
Yeah.
as a young buck, as they say back in the day. So tell us why you personally continue with the first tee program.
One, definitely national opportunities. There's various, I think like nine or 10 national opportunities that um, participants or kid volunteers can apply for, and that will get you to where you need to be. And then also just the coaches, the environment, the other participants. I like being with them just cause, and then definitely, I know, thinking more in the future, but if you want to attend college, there's 2 scholarships I think the First Tee of Central Ohio has to offer. So, and then there's more with the national headquarters that you can apply for and receive. So,
Awesome.
Man, this guy's plugging away. I love it, man. Jesus, man, the guy got me hyped.
Yeah, for that. Appreciate it, man. We have some participants your age that kind of drop off and go more direct into individual tournaments and focus more on high school golf, but they tend to forget the national opportunities that can really set them up for the future, and obviously scholarships and everything. And these all are prerequisite with you being in a certain level of the program. So that's right on. That's a great point with that, man. We thank you for sharing that. Corey, you got anything for Jake?
Yeah, man, I do actually. So you do enter tournaments, but also you do drive, chip, and putt, man, and you did very, very well. Very, very well. Tell them what place you got in locally.
locally, I think for drive I got 3rd, chipping I got 1st, and putting I got 3rd. Overall was 2nd place for the local.
That's dope.
Awesome.
That's dope. Jake, I will tell you this, man. You've come such a long way from that kid that I met wearing nothing but Ricky Fowler stuff
Oh yeah, yeah.
and orange like fitted hats, and and it had the Cobra Club. He had the Cobra clubs, right? The Ricky Fowler clubs. Didn't you have those?
No, no,
That weren't
no.
you. But you come a very long way, man. And to see you and Jake plays golf with Ethan and I and Book. What up, Book? A lot. And he carries himself very well. He's a very mature young man. He falls right in line with us, has fun. We really like Jake until we have to beat him, and then no, but Jake is a great kid, man. He's a great kid. He's going places, man. I see his work ethic, and Jake, I'm very proud of you, guy. I'm very proud of you.
Thank you.
The sky's the limit for you, man. You'll get there. I promise you. You keep that work ethic, man. You'll get there. I promise you.
Thank you.
All right. We'll get back to Jake later. If you have any questions for Jake, by all means, shout him out. But before that, Nat's going to tell us what's going on. So we're going to start something a little new going forward, where Nat's going to come in and give us a couple topics of what's going on around the world in various areas, lanes, subjects, whatever you want to call it.
News. All right.
Morning.
So one thing that I just want to hear from you guys is kind of across the world right now during this pandemic and during the quarantine and everything, people are having crazy dreams at night. They are just dreams where I mean, I've seen some documented, some of the stories are wild, and there is scientific reason behind it. It's because people are stressed out and things. If you are having those dreams, you're not alone. Everyone's getting them. I'm getting them. My sister's getting them. I've heard tons of stories. I want to know if you guys have any.
I'll be the first person to chime in. I don't know if it's really a dream, but like I was going through the grocery store the other day, and I mean, it's not really a dream, but it's kind of like something just hit me. A notion hit me. I haven't had pizza rolls in a long time, and all of a sudden I just had a hankering pizza roll. Man. I don't know what that is, man. That and Eggo waffles. I don't really buy those, so it's not really a dream. But I can see how some scientific is going on because I'm feeling kind of stressed out, right? So I'm reverting back to food that I haven't had in a very long time. I used to adore pizza rolls and haven't had them in such a long time. And
yeah, you had pizza rolls in our office freezer,
Yeah.
like bags,
hey,
massive bags.
let me put me out there like that, Natalie. Come on now.
Hey, I ate them, so I can't.
No, I actually I read a similar article on people having these crazy dreams. Yeah, it's stress related. I actually kind of have crazy dreams in general, so this hasn't brought anything new on for me. People say you don't dream in color. I do not second that because I have vivid, wild, color, crazy dreams quite often. I don't know what that says about me and my crazy brain, but yeah, this is nothing new for me. Jake, how about you, man? You having some wild dreams?
I anytime I have dreams, I can't really remember, but I think I had one the other night, but I just don't remember.
Yeah.
I don't.
So you're not playing around the golf with Tiger, flying a unicorn?
No.
I know I've had crazy ones because I've told like my family about him, but the only one that I remember isn't even the craziest one. I know I went to a concert because I go to concerts a lot, and I went to a concert and the singer was like, "Hey everybody, we're gonna like have an after party at I think it was his house." So I went, and I was the only person that went, and it was just me and his wife and his kids having an after party. But it was like 4:00 in the afternoon.
All right.
And my sister actually I had two people text me yesterday. My sister had a dream that I was her sister, but I was April Ludgate from Parks and Recreation, and I was really crazy. And my friend texted me, one of my best friends texted me that both of our families went to Cedar Point and rode all the new rides, and there were no rides that existed yet. They were all brand new. And she's like, well, we can't do that. So I don't know why I'm dreaming it. So not only am I having them, but people are having them about me, which is a little extra scary, but
yes.
fine.
Let us know, people, if you're having crazy dreams, out there dreams, or all of a sudden you get a really weird hankering for something you've had in a long time. I'm
Yeah.
not weird.
No.
But
Evan said he had a dream where a monster came to his house and ate all of his food. That's terrifying because
that's a nightmare, bro.
yeah.
Not a dream. That's a nightmare,
The
man.
rude monster.
That is a nightmare. All right, so by all means, we'll still entertain those dreams, but we're going to
Yep.
move on to our next segment. It is called Living the Nine Story Time. Living the Nine Story Time. Today's core value, it is perseverance, and our healthy habit is energy. Coach Ethan and Coach Natalie will take care of energy, and Jake and I will take care of perseverance. Nat, whenever you're ready, by all means, go ahead.
Okay. My first about 2 years out of college, it was a whole new world for me because I was used to having 4 years away, living with my friends and going to class and sticking to a routine that was familiar to me. So when I graduated, I didn't know what I was doing. I had my first real job and just didn't really know how to live a day-to-day life. I lived for a year with my parents, and then a year later I moved to Columbus on my own. So I was still just really jumbled, and I was pretty tired all the time. I didn't have too much energy. It took me a while, but I found to get that energy back into my life was to find a new routine. So my routine has changed in the past couple of years, but it's always been pretty much the same. Allot my hours for work, know what time I'm going in each day, put in those 8 or 9 hours, find out a time to work out, plan my meals ahead of time, and kind of just have a full laid out schedule, whether it be in a planner, on a calendar on the wall, no matter what it is, a phone calendar, have something laid out so I can see what things are going to be. And that has given me so much extra energy. Even if I go to bed too late one night or I have to wake up extra early for something, I might be a little bit tired, but just knowing that I have that plan and knowing kind of what my structure is going to be gives me extra energy in my life, because those first 2 years out of college were really hard and I didn't have a lot of energy and motivation to do a lot of things. But now that I know I have this routine down and I know I have a schedule, it's brought back so much life to me, and I have so much more energy now that that's as much as I can promote. I know school's a little crazy right now. That's my big suggestion, is just to get that schedule down and know what your day is going to look like at home. If you have to allot a certain amount of hours, if you know you have to log into a Zoom class at a certain time, or if you want to just put 2 hours for homework at a different time, make that schedule. It'll help a lot.
That's a great point, Natalie. Structure is extremely important, even for adults. Discipline, structure, and boundaries. Even adults need that. So that's a great point to kind of keep your energy level and maintain good structure. My energy story happens to go back to my college golf days, as brief as those may have been. When you're in college golf, a lot of people don't know this, but you have 2 days of tournaments. And the first day you have to play 36 holes and then 18 on the next day. And the first day, not only do you have to play those 36 holes, but there's no carts. You're carrying your clubs and you're walking it out no matter what the weather is. So that takes a lot of energy over that span of 36 holes. So it was very important, like Natalie said, to have structure for me, to make sure the night before I ate a good carb load meal. I got some really good rest, woke up, got a really good stretch in and warm up for the day, because you could lose the whole tournament within that first day just by having a bad back 18 holes or even your last 9, because you're just exhausted and didn't plan and prepare well and have the energy for it. So it's one where if you're going to get competitive golfer, you have to work out and you have to prepare for your tournaments and approach them in a professional manner. That's what I think makes Tiger Woods so dominant, is his preparation, the way he prepares for things and gets his body ready and his mental game sewed up tight. So when that time comes and he does get tired, he actually can hit into a second gear and boost up some of that reserve energy. So making sure you're prepared and your energy levels right to sustain for however many holes you have to play is very important.
Yep. All right. Corey or Jake? I don't know who wants
Jake,
to go
you're
first.
up. Jake, you're up. Jake.
So am I just telling like a story about perseverance?
Yeah.
Yep.
Mhm.
Whatever you want.
Oh, my bad. So
Oh my
I
goodness.
think with me with perseverance, it's not really a story, but like every time I'm on the golf course, there's something that happens, whether I hit 5 consecutive bad shots or just I get a big penalty, and I always remember to have perseverance so I can bounce back from it. And I can finish out the round. I guess a story from my life. My dad was in the Air Force. I had to when he was deployed in 2011, I had to persevere through like 5 or 3 months to get through that time, and I was in kindergarten, so I had to persevere all through the school day too. So it's my story, I guess.
Good.
That's a good one, man.
Good.
So I want you guys. So I'm gonna talk to you about perseverance, right? And I want you guys to understand a couple things. Perseverance, as we all know, is to never give up. But I want you to understand, because there's a big misconception there. In life, you will fail. You know, it's inevitable. You know, you'll try, and sometimes you'll fall. You know, you can fall down 9 times as long as you get up 10. That's what perseverance is. Tiger Woods has one of the best winning percentages in majors. You know, he's played so many majors, and he's only won 33% of the time. What that means is 67% of the time Tiger teed it up in a major, he lost. You know, if you look at grades, that's not a good grade, but he's considered one of the most winningest golfers to ever live. Perseverance, you know, skill versus talent. You know, people look at talent as in, oh, it's the greatest thing on earth. Talent is not skill. Talent is something that you're given, you know, but skill comes from hours and hours of working at that, of being your craft, of persevering. Even with talent, it won't get you to the next level. It just won't. You know, that's when skill comes in. You persevere and keep trying, you keep adding it, and get better every day. Just get used to the concept that failing doesn't make you a failure. You know, it doesn't.
Mm-hmm.
Failing does not make you a failure. It makes you a person who's persistent, who keeps getting up. It gives you a level of resilience that's intimidating to people. You know, if I beat Jake 10 times, right? You know what I mean? 10 times, and 11th time he comes back ready to go. 12th time comes back ready to go. That's when it start intimidating me a little bit. Like, man, I can't do nothing to keep this guy down. That's what you have to have. You know, you have to be that dog, that person that just buckles down and grinds toward their goal, to persevere. Because again in life, you'll fail. You know, we all will. Just because you get older doesn't mean failure stop. You know, they'll be with you every walk of your life. Remember, going back to the original statement, never give up. Never give up. As long as you do that, your goal is still within reach. Your goal leaves, your dream leaves when you give up. That's when it really leaves. Perseverance.
Good, Corey.
All right.
Good.
So we have another segment that we haven't done in a couple episodes, but that we absolutely love, and we really would love for you to join us in on this. It's one of my favorite things to do. It is called There Can Only Be One. Nat gives us questions and then gives us 3 answers, and we have to choose and say why we choose the answer that we choose. And hopefully, as always, you guys will be on my side. So there we go.
Yep. No. Okay. First one. Ready? Pancakes, waffles, or French toast? There can only be one.
Ooh.
That's a tough
Whoa.
one. That is a tough one. Jake, you're our guest. You want to kick us off? You need a second to think of that one.
I think I'm gonna go. It's between pancakes or waffles. I think I'm gonna go waffles.
Wow,
I
waffles.
think because you can put syrup in the little holes. So yeah, I think you can put circles in little holes. With pancakes, it's just flat. you know, so you can't really do anything with it. So
Ooh, what you got?
I
E?
agree.
You think so?
Because I want to say waffles because pancakes can get soggy and gross, and I don't like. No, I'm not a huge French toast person, so that's an easy no. But waffles, you can make them a sandwich bun. You can make a breakfast sandwich with a waffle. That's the winner right there.
I made one of those this morning. So I mean, I can't argue that. I can't argue that. The Eggo waffle that I had a dream about or had a premonition when I was walking the aisle, I used it as a sandwich. So I can't really argue that. I can't argue that. What you got, E?
We might have a full sweep here. I got to go waffles as well, man. One of my favorite childhood memories. There's a local diner on Main Street here, right outside of Bexley, and they had these huge Belgian waffles. Remember, once or twice, my father and I went there, and they are just amazing, man. And from there, and then obviously the Eggo minis was a staple in my household. Nothing better than a nice fresh Eggo mini out the toaster. Something better for you, but and now like making them once in a while. They're time consuming, but I think the effort is worth the wait though. When you finally get that fresh golden waffle, when you cook it right, it's easy to mess them up. You have to be patient, but when you cook one right, I don't think there's anything better. Enjoy a good French toast, pancakes win in Rome, as they say, but I definitely would take waffle over any of those two.
See, this is hard, man, because I'm a huge fan of the Waffle House, man. I'm a huge fan of the Waffle House. For all those who like the awful waffle, respect. I love the Waffle House, but I'm gonna go with pancakes, and here's why. So, like E, I have a growing-up story. When I was growing up, my mom, she's watching right now. Shout out Wanda Bates. She used to have a cast iron skillet, right? And she used to make pancakes. Now, I don't know if you guys knew what oil and like lard or whatever it does in the cast iron skillet to pancakes. It crisps the outside edges, you know, really nice. So mom got to the point where she was like a Jedi Knight, man. Like she was so good at making those crisp edges, and she would, you know, stack them up and cut them for me, put syrup on me, and it was just dope. Like even to this day, there's times where I try to replicate that, but I don't have a cast iron skillet, so it doesn't come out the same. But if I could have my mom's pancakes, it trumps everything, man. Everything's out the window.
For the record, I would like to say that your mom voted waffles. So.
Mom, you're a hater.
I love it.
It's pretty. I think waffles took it. There's two pancakes.
I think so. I'm kind of
4 waffles, 2 French toast. Yeah, waffles win.
That's good.
Man, that's trash.
All right, you ready for another one?
What we got?
yeah.
All right, there can only be one season: spring, summer, winter, or fall.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Wow.
Summer.
All
Why?
right.
It's especially in Ohio. I mean, it's a perfect. There's a bunch of holidays like 4th of July is in there. You can just, I mean, pools are open, beaches are open. I think it's just a good time. I think spring is in there, but I think spring is a little too cold. And then winter is cold, can't really do much. And then fall's all right, but I don't know. I just like summer better.
And for the record, for everybody voting, and before you two vote, this is non-pandemic. This is if we were in 2019 or 2027. I don't know. Just a year that this is not happening.
What
Okay,
happens?
go.
Something crazy happens 2027. I mean, what's?
I just picked a future date. I don't know.
What you got, E?
Obviously summertime's fun because I like what Jake said. On the holidays, you go jump in the pool and barbecues and all that. Spring, my birthday's in the spring, and you have the Masters tournament. It's, you know, it's fresh. You got an optimism about your new golf season. But I'm gonna have to go with fall, and here's why.
Ooh.
I know why. I know the main reason why. I know.
You already know.
I know what it is.
College football.
College football. I knew it was coming.
That's
Yeah.
number one. But two, I really enjoy as the weather cools and you get the foliage and then hoodie weather. I love wearing a nice hoodie on a nice cool fall day or a sweater or a cardigan, something along those lines. So I would definitely say fall.
I'm agree with Ethan, man. I adore fall. Not just because of football season. I like the change of color, you know. And even though it's the color of death when it comes to like the vegetation, it's so pretty. It's so pretty, you know.
Okay.
It is, you know. Turning red and orange, that ain't a good thing for. I mean, it's a good thing, but you know. But
Circle of
that
life.
and golfing in midsummer is terrible. Ethan and I, we
Yeah,
went
it's
to
worse.
York last year. We went to York last year, and we walked it, which is cool. But it was one of the hottest days ever, and there was the first time in my life I was on the golf course thinking, "Why am I here? Like this is stupid. Like this is really dumb." So winter and in the fall, it's like, you know, it's fine to go out and walk. You know, it's cooling down. You don't have the wet season like spring, even though spring has some nice days in it, but not the wet season like spring is. It's very cool, you know. So I'm fall 100%.
I vote summer. I like that summer days are longer and everything that I enjoy doing, like in my free time, happens in the summer.
Yeah.
I like going to like baseball games. I like going to outdoor concerts. I like going to the lake and going on my family's pontoon boat. All of that is summer. I love summer. It's my favorite season.
Summer.
I like it.
All right, we've got. Hold on, I'm gonna go through some of the responses.
Ooh, let's do that.
We've got. Evan was funny. He said winter because people don't yell at you as much for throwing snowballs at people, because in other seasons you can't really throw things at people.
Good point.
That's true.
Sophia Russell said she said, but you can throw water balloons in the summer and go to the pool and eat fruit. Eat good fruit. That's a big plus.
Yeah.
Watermelon doesn't hit the same in the winter as it does in the summer.
Facts.
Let's see. Facebook, Corey, your mom said spring because the opposite of you, everything comes alive. And it's not the color of death.
Yeah.
Heather said fall, and Booker said Jake. Or Jake. He agrees with Jake. He said summer because he was a good guy.
Hey, this is
Jake.
off topic,
Jake is
but Mom,
right.
what are you doing? Mom, what are you doing with agreeing with her? What's really going on?
Mhm. She said both of her answers before you, so you are disagreeing.
I need to change those.
All
All
right.
right.
Ready for another?
I am.
Yeah.
Okay, this one, I'm only giving 3 options. I know there's more than 3, but I just picked 3, so you have to pick from this list. Thor, Iron Man, or Captain America?
Who?
Thor, Iron Man, or Captain America?
Oh,
I know there's other superheroes. I just picked
No, that's
3.
good. That's good. That's really good.
They had a couple. They each have a series of movies, so that's why I went with them.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Now, who would you rather be or movies you'd rather watch?
Let's say you can only choose one to save you in a horrible situation.
Oh, now that's good. I like that, actually. I like that.
Jake,
Okay.
familiar with those movies?
That's
Yeah, a
good.
little bit.
I'm not too much either, so if you don't want to answer, I probably won't either, so it's fine.
Dang,
I think I'm gonna just say Thor, just because if you want someone to save you, I mean, he's a strong guy. I mean, I haven't really watched his movies, but I don't know.
Also, I just want to throw something in there because the Russells called me out on it. This is prior to the most recent Avengers movie, and everyone is still alive.
I've seen that. He said, but Iron Man is dead, though. Jesus.
Pretend everyone is still alive and well. We'll just go with that.
Oh, my goodness. Okay. All right. So who are you choosing, Jake? Thor?
I took Thor.
Thor.
Yeah.
Man. I'll go. I'm gonna choose Iron Man. The reason why I'm gonna choose Iron Man is because there's something to like intelligence. You know what I mean? There's something to that, you know, to where you can figure out weaknesses and on the fly make things happen. You know, being strategic, and then to go on with that, you know, the intelligence to make the suits that he makes and evolve the suits, and they can do all kinds of different things. And he has the Mach 57, the Mach, you know what I mean, different variations of it. I'm gonna have to go with Iron Man because there may be a situation where Thor is not that effective. I mean, I don't know if Thor can do anything underwater. Do you? You know what I mean? Well, it's gonna be being attacked by a whale. I mean, I'm just putting it out there.
What
I
are
mean,
you gonna?
Thor
I'm not
is
into
the
this.
god of thunder and lightning. I mean, lightning and water don't mix. So I don't know if, you know, Iron Man could come up with a suit to go, you know, a submarine right quick and go on and get you. But I'm gonna go with Iron Man and Captain America. I don't think he has a dog in this fight.
Yeah.
I don't
Hey, I
think he
just
does.
picked one.
He's, you know, true blue. He's American. He's, you know, whatever American strives to whatever. But when it comes down to actual just abilities, I think he's our far third. So I'm gonna go with Iron Man.
And for the record, just right before you, your mom agreed. She said Iron Man because he's a leader and he's intelligent. And that's exactly what you said. So you did agree.
Mama's boy. No, I like Iron Man movies. I think the concept is really cool of his character. Captain America, like what Corey said, I think he's a distant third, but I would have to say Thor, and here's why. Thor can go to other planets, and I think it'd be really cool to go see another world somewhere, and you can get there really quick. So I'm hoping if he did have to rescue me, he'd be like, hey, do you want to come see my home planet? I'm like, yeah, let's go take a trip.
Yeah, I kick it. I got a couple hours. I kick it.
Yeah, and then you're in a whole new planet, a whole different world. And how many people can say that, you know? So that's why I would say Thor.
Man, until you throw some like a cooler of water on him while he's got lightning in his hand, then it's gonna be over. Okay. All right, everybody. That has been a really, really fun show. Jake, you've been a great sport, man.
Appreciate you,
Thank
Jake.
you.
Hanging out with us, bro.
Thank you.
All right, Natalie, before we go, tell them what's going on.
Yep. We are third week of programming, fourth week of girls golf. Check out our website, cftco.org, for all upcoming information. We actually do have some videos that we'll be posting straight to social media and our YouTube page coming up. So those will be fun. It's going to be a little different than our programming. It's just a quick, maybe a cooking class or a yoga class, but things like that. So those will be fun. Any questions you have, reach out to one of us. We are still able to drop off equipment. If you need something, don't hesitate to reach out. That's what we're here for. Any questions at all? Anything, any concerns, anything that you think may help you or something that concerns you, reach out to us and we will be your resource.
Thank you very much. Yes, if you need anything, by all means, we are an email or phone call away. So please utilize that tool. All right. So
for the record, not our office phone number because we're not always there. Corey pops in every now and then. So if probably email, and then we'll give you a number if we need to, but just an FYI.
Thank you for correcting me. I appreciate that, Natalie. So I'm always in the show from now on with a final thought. My final thought for today is remember that losing does not make you a loser. Failing does not make you a failure. You know what I mean? Keep going, keep plugging away. Your dreams are always right there, man. You take care. That's our show. See you next time.
Great week, everybody.